Lovely to see you. I'm Kira Woods from kirawoods.com, and this is the next video in the series I'm doing on the suit of Pentacles. So the Pentacles are about the element of earth. So they represent everything that you might think of around creating solid forms in the material world. So that's everything from your job, your home, your physical well-being, your security, anything tangible, anything practical, being grounded. It sort of encompasses everything you can think of that's relating to the material. And we've come here to the cards 8 through 10. So this is the fourth video now in the series. So if you haven't checked out the introductory and the earlier ones, you might find that useful before you watch this video. But either way, so this here we're looking at the 8 of Pentacles. Now this is the card of the Apprentice. It is also the card around looking at perhaps learning a new skill or engaging in a new way of looking at something new in your life and something new in your material world. So it's about that new attention to details. It might be, looking at some sort of new financial decision, or it might be looking at changing jobs or getting a new skill to add to your job. It might be around, changing your career path, or just applying yourself differently to how you think about your material world or the things in your material world. And you might note that one of the Pentacles has been cast aside a little bit. So this is around, okay, maybe I'm putting my focus here, and that might involve something that I've been previously focusing on is no longer of importance, and I'm adding to the things that I already have, and they're sort of sitting here. And this figure here is working hard. They're very dedicated, they're very focused, so that's sort of the energy of this card. And they might, as I said, be learning something new, but they might be just increasing their mastery around something, or they might be just putting a new sense of focus and attention. This card is also talking about, though, there's success through perseverance. There's definitely the imagery here is of perseverance. So you might think, well, what would that mean in terms of the question that's being asked? And you'll also be definitely looking at what's the card that follows and what's the card that precedes. The card all up, though, many ways is a very positive sign around a person, or the energy is very positive around if the person is ready and able to make a commitment to making some changes, or to ensuring that they really are able to give their very best into the pursuit that that the card is focusing on. And that you'll get very much from the question, or you'll get in terms of how it resonates with the person you're reading for. But all up, I always remind people when I see this card, it's an encouragement to keep going. Remember, it's followed on from the 7 of Pentacles, which is very much around reflective practice and staying, realizing that things maybe not be moving as quickly as you want. So this is the next card is sort of saying, that this maybe you need to add a little bit of something to your toolbox to get that perfect job, or maybe you need to make some renovations around the house to really have it so that the house is, or your home is the way you need it or want it to be, or maybe you need to, really put a bit more focus into how you manage your finances or manage your budget to really be able to then achieve the things that you want to do. So, there's success here, but it's around staying true to the process, to your values, to your beliefs, knowing and thinking about your goals, and asking yourself, is there something I could learn or create to do better, to do better, to get the circumstance or the outcome that I so desire. It's also a card that may be highlighting some sort of regeneration or realignment of priorities, or a realignment of a new focus or a new direction, whether that be to do with rearranging assets or changing jobs or something of that nature. But it's all about attention to detail. It's highlighting, get your finances at all, stay attentive. It's not the time to just sort of be floating off into the just thinking, oh, everything will just work out on its own. This kind of saying, no, you need to put attention to detail into whatever area or direction that the card has come up in reference to. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. I mean, here this card, this lovely figure of this lovely woman is got all these wonderful pentacles just floating around her, and she's obviously very attuned to nature and to this beautiful bird, and there's lots of lush green and there's lots of yellow in the card, so you know, it's harmony and spirit. And so this card is about a feeling of self-confidence, feeling self-sufficient and independent and very free around any obligations or relationship to the material world. It may indicate that you're ready or able to act on your own accord, that you've attained a lot of success, or you've attained that which is important to you. So you may not have a lot of money, but you don't need a lot of money in that case. You have what you feel is right for you. So you're enjoying the resources that you have accumulated. You're enjoying, whether that be the money, or maybe it could be the leisure time, or the pleasures that you feel, or the material comfort of your home, or the fact that you feel, you know, peaceful and restful and secure and all those things as fits for you. So this card, you know, it also may indicate that you have completed some work, or that you've completed this work through a sense of confidence and self-discipline and patience. So again, for example, where does this card fall in the reading will give you some insight. And so because there's a sense of freedom and life's luxuries seem to be as abundant as a person may wish for, then you might say that it's okay maybe to therefore splurge if that feels right, or indulge or pamper yourself, take that little holiday, maybe have a bit of a celebration, acknowledging that you've achieved some goals, and maybe take some time out to re-energize yourself and your inner self. So this card might say that this is the card that says if you've been working really hard, particularly if the cards previously have talked about really hard work, that this is sort of indicating that, you know, you need to take some time out, pamper yourself, have that work-life balance. This card, though, also is indicating, though, because it is a 9, so it's not the end of the process, that you take the time out, but also at the same time also know that you will stick to what you've been doing. You will keep continuing working towards your goals, that you've got this self-discipline and self-control, and you'll stay focused on that as well as having some downtime, because you want to maintain that harmony. The harmony is important to you. All up, I'd say, if this card comes up and the question maybe is around giving presentations or working as an independent practitioner or something of that nature, this card is going to indicate that it's the person has the energy around them of poise and grace, and that you can carry yourself with refinement. And so it's a very good card if you need to be tactful or diplomatic in dealing with others. It's a great card if a person is wanting, the question is about independence or security or leadership, or how to maybe engage in the world in terms of displaying your own abilities, or to be able to be self-reliant, or feel that confidence and self-reliance is needed or lacking. You might, depending on how the cards come up, say it's, and this is the outcome card, you'd say, great, you know, in the end you're going to feel really confident and really self-reliant, and a sense of grace and diplomacy, and you'll have that recognition and leadership. So that would be sort of how you'd be talking about it. If the card comes up, for example, right next to the 5 of Pentacles, let's say it follows on, you'd say, well, you know, that you're definitely going to go through a period of moving away from feeling that deprivation you're feeling, or the loss, and you're going to be able to make more money and resources through your own effort, that the material abundance and opportunities and your ability to showcase your achievements will become from your own effort and your own sense of self-reliance and self-confidence. So that would be how you'd interpret that. Okay, moving on to the Tin of Pentacles. Okay, so here we've got these 10 pentacles floating around, and we've got this image of some sort of a community-based environment. We've got this village, and we've got these 2 people dancing, and we've got this image here of somebody who's maybe from the past, or someone who is of senior, as in someone of a wise person who's had years of experience, and you know, you've got these 2 dogs that have come, and you know, they're engaged here with this wise person, and these 2, middle-aged or slightly younger people are sort of busy looking at themselves and dancing around. So this card is talking about that sort of satisfaction that we feel when we've attained something, whether it be security or stability or the new job or the new home, or just that we've maybe cleaned up the home and we're feeling really good about it, or we've done some remodeling or something like that. So it's that sense of, it's that time to take a bit of a break, or to the transition, or the sense of satisfaction around something that has happened. It's also, this card is talking about or looking at values of society and cultural traditions, and where do we place value in our wisdom of our past, or wisdom of others who are perhaps have more life experience than us. It might be indicating news of something around relating income from family or relatives, or some sort of connection. Very positive around making any decisions, this card, or it's positive around through giving we receive. So this card is also about this flow of giving and receiving, and without ego, just for love. And it's also, around generosity. This card is the flow of pentacles around the community, being generous and being rich because you are generous type thing. So generosity through richness type idea. This is also, depending on the question, this might indicate, this card is 10. It's a 10, so it's a 1 and a 0. So it's endings and beginnings. So it might sort of indicate that you need some time out. It's a transition card, or you might need to take a break. It might indicate maybe you need to move away from just go around the material world, and you might need to look at things of importance around community and family and past, and it might be looking around your physical well-being in terms of harmony and putting time out for that. But all up, it's a card about completion and the accomplishment of the journey, and the sense of accomplishment has resulted in improved career path, or more solid financial reserves, or maybe a more stable home environment, or more possible. It could indicate a possible commitment to a long-term relationship if the question's related to that. You may also find this card brings about the energy that a person will feel compelled to share success, and share that others around them are also well cared for. Often when I see this card, because it's 10, I'll ask the question, what's the turning, or what's the restarting that wants to happen, and maybe what in the physical world do I need to let go of, to have a greater sense of maybe vitality and feeling sort of rich in my life. What do I need to let go of, or what do I need to recognize maybe needs more attention, particularly in the sense I get that because of this wise person here. So this is like the wise person asking the question, everything's going great on one level, but is there more? Is there more I need to feel more the greater sense of vitality? Also, the question of, depending on how it's asked, will definitely focus on something about family, though, directing your energy towards family or community. It could be extended family. It could be someone coming in from the past who's important to the situation, or represents. There's something about tradition, ancestry, culture that's important, being a part of that chain. So when I see this card, it sort of signifies, reminds us that we're part of a chain. We're part of the tribe, and that tribe is part of culture and family and society, and it sort of extends out from there. So what part does history play, or where am I focusing, or am I aware of my history and the importance of history and family and culture and values and beliefs and family and all that sort of thing. So the only other thing I'd say about this card is, when I think of it, I like to remember to be mindful that this is about not just short-term benefits, but particularly the long-term benefits, and be mindful of that in terms of the question and the outcome that the person is wanting to understand in terms of the energy that's around. Okay, so I hope you find that useful. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you so much for being with me today. And if you'd like a private reading, please go to my website. It's www.kirawoods.com. Please also go to my Facebook page or leave me messages here on the YouTube channel. I'd love to hear from you. And I am looking forward to seeing you with my next video. I'll be making one more for this suit of pentacles, and it will be on the court cards, and then I will have finished all the minor arcana, so you can see on my website then all the major arcana and minor arcana training videos for your learning. I hope you find them useful, and thank you so much. Have a great day. Cheers, bye.